Hi, I'm Steve with SFitness. Welcome back. Now, when we go on a diet or think about losing weight and the diet is the way to lose weight, it's basically restricting. It's basically consuming less. And what I found through personal experience and of course through all my research, it's not what you don't eat that makes you lose weight. Obviously, if you don't eat, you will lose weight, but you're going to get sick. The body needs nutrients. The body needs food in order to get those nutrients. So eating is key when you want to lose weight. It's also key when you want to gain weight. Now, the difference between eating to lose weight and eating to gain weight is the one word: moderation. Okay, you can eat bad foods, you know, sweets and sugars, because I know I love sweets and sugars, but you have to moderate those things. Obviously, you don't want to consume those things on a daily basis. Okay, those should be just treats, and you know, it should be limited to the absolute minimum. You want to eat healthy foods, and in the diet or change of lifestyle when it comes to losing fat is choosing certain foods that will enable you to eat healthy, receive the nutrients that your body needs, and to feel full. Because obviously, if you're not hungry, you're not going to eat. But if you're constantly restricting yourself, you're going to be hungry, and eventually your body will win. You know, it will constantly send that signal: hunger, 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 and it will eventually win, and you'll end up binging, and then you'll step on a scale, you'll see the numbers fluctuate the wrong way, and it can lead to drastic measures, and we don't want that. So you want to be happy. You want to eat and be happy while losing the fat, okay? And normally when we're at get-togethers or family you know, reunions and things like that, there's always a lot of food. So that's when we're most happiest. We're most happiest when we eat. And back in the old days, I mean way back then, the fat kings or the fat you know, men that were in power, it used to be thought of as the good life was when you had a lot of food. So if you was overweight or you had a lot of body fat, you would live in the good life. And today we don't have that problem. We don't have to worry about food. So the good life is meant for everyone. But we actually live the good life a little bit too far. So we don't moderate the amounts of food that we consume. So the first thing we want to do in this lifestyle is take note of all the things that you are eating. You'd be surprised at how much you're actually eating if you start taking note of it. I mean, when I started, I decided, oh, let me just take a log of all the things that I'm eating. And so I started to read the labels. So that's one thing. Read labels of everything you eat. And you start realizing how many calories you're actually consuming. Now that's the first step. The first step is learning about calories. Don't worry about fat and carbs, things of that nature. Don't worry about that in the beginning. You want to first establish a habit of knowing what you're putting in your mouth, how many calories you're eating as a whole. Now, eventually you'll start going, after you develop this habit of knowing the calories that you're actually consuming, you'll start to add in slowly, little by little, what those calories are made up of. So the first thing is worry about what you're putting in your mouth and try to make it a habit, okay? A habit of knowing what you're putting in your mouth as far as calories, okay? Don't worry right now, don't worry about the foods, don't worry about what you're putting in your mouth as of yet. You will eventually, but once you develop this habit of counting your calories or taking note of the amount of calories you're intaking, you're setting yourself up for a nice habit of not so much restricting the foods you eat, but restricting the amount of food you consume. At the same time, being able to eat whatever you want. So that's what you want to do. I mean, you can go on this lifestyle, okay, and eat almost anything you want. I mean, I'm not going to say you can eat donuts every day, you know, or pizza and all those junk food things that we all know is junk food. But you can eat those things as long as you know what you're actually putting in your mouth at the end of the day. Okay, so day by day, take a note or take some kind of log on what you're putting in your mouth. This is going to help you greatly. Once you figure that out, okay, you'll be surprised. You'd be surprised. You will start to slowly change your mind on how you're eating. And this will become a habit, and it will become a positive habit towards this lifestyle change that you're about to take. Okay, so I hope this first tip helps you. This should get you started. Just take note. Get a notebook. Just write down what you're eating on a daily basis. Most of us will eat almost the same kind of foods. So if one of your food choices is, let's say, macaroni and cheese, and another food choice is maybe rice and beans with some chicken, most likely you will consume those foods not per se on a daily basis, but you will consume those foods continuously. Okay, so once you figure out how much that plate, let's just take rice beans with chicken, okay, you take that plate of food and you know you're going to eat it again because you like it. You for the 365 days a year, you don't eat something different every single day. Okay, you will go back to that same food choice. So eventually you'll build a whole log of what these foods contain in calorie numbers. Then later on you'll worry about the macronutrients. I want to thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm going to be sharing more of my tips, more of the things that I learned while on this journey. I'm still on the journey, so I continuously do these things. Like I said, this is a lifestyle change. This is not just a diet or fad or something that you're going to go through just to lose fat. This has to continue. So this is, you know, these tips that I'm going to be sharing is how I changed my views of eating so that I can remain healthy and, of course, remain very low body fat so that I can look better physically, and at the same time my body will be happy and healthy. So let's go out there and let's make a better body. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.